What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video, and it looked like we finally got some answers from Kevin Stefanski. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Cleveland. Let's get it. Let's go. Shake the haters off. Yes, man, the moment we have been waiting for. Kevin sits down and he got comfortable, man. A 39-minute interview with ESPN Cleveland. And I'm here to tell you, he talked about a lot of things in regards to Shadeur Sanders and, more importantly, this quarterback situation. Now, we know this is the biggest thing since sliced bread up in Cleveland, bro. I ain't lying. They ain't got nothing going on up there. But Kevin took time out of his biggest busy schedule to come on his radio show, record the interview, place it on YouTube for the world to react to it. And I have not seen the thing in its entirety. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I heard about it. Somebody hit me up about it, and I said, wow, let me go check it out. So in the midst of me finding a good session to start for the video, I came across the session where Kevin Stefanski talks about the quarterback reps. Now, we know with Shedeur Sanders being the fifth man on the totem pole, he's the fifth man on the totem pole. He's going to have an uphill battle with getting them reps. Well, Kevin, on the other hand, he's letting it be known, ain't no fifth man, fourth man, too. Everybody will be getting the same amount of reps as long as they're on this damn football team. Okay, if that's what you said, that's what I'm rolling with then. But with all that being said, man, let's get right to the action. I ain't for to talk y'all ear off, man.
In front of you with turf field where you can then put the angle that is closest to the players and then mimic the rep that way. Or, to your point, Tony, you can then do VR. So there's ways to, if you're not getting the actual rep, I do believe there's ways to try to get that rep in a variety of ways.
Kevin, people are making such a big deal out of the order of the quarterback reps. It's a, first of all, it's a unique situation, Coach. 4 quarterbacks, actually 5 in your room. Is it a big deal? How will you go about it? And will things change as the weeks go on?
They certainly could. I think, is it a big deal? We don't pay attention to lines. You know, I tell the players, don't pay attention to where you are in line, because where you are on Tuesday, it may be different Wednesday. So no, we don't pay close attention to that. Certainly you have to decide what order the guys are going to go out. And sometimes it may be player X, player Y, whatever it is. The big thing for us is making sure we give the guys enough reps that they need. So making sure that they have enough where both, it's twofold, both they're learning the system.
Okay, now he's spinning the question. See, he's spinning a question because there got to be some type of symmetrical order to go about with the quarterback rep process. There got to be some type of order in place. Now he's talking about don't trip off the order, right? But you got to get the reps you need. You need for your set order, bro. Just be beating around the bush, man.
They're developing and we're evaluating them. We're finding out more about them. So that's where I said before, it's not going to be everybody gets 25% of these reps. That's not how it's going to be. We want to give everybody enough reps where we can learn more about them and prepare them to get ready to play.
Are there enough reps? 4 guys?
Yeah, I mean, if you're asking a coach, you know, you'd want to be out there for 4 hours and playing. Obviously, that's not.
You're not allowed.
You're not allowed, and it's to the original point. You'd run your receivers into the ground. So the big thing for me when it comes to reps, kind of like we were talking about earlier, of course, there's a finite amount of them. That's part of the evaluation. We evaluate how the guys throw in individual drills. We get their accuracy in those drills. Obviously, we evaluate them, how they're taking the system in the meeting room, how they perform and walk through, how they're doing in the weight room, what they're like around their players. So that whole thing, I tell the players this all the time, you're being evaluated how you walk out into the field. We're just looking at everything. And I'm talking about every position. I want the guys to understand that this is their job. They got to take it seriously and just know that you have to pour everything you got into this thing.
Kev, you're way out. The cliche would be to say they're all competing. Are they really all for competing for the potential to be the starting quarterback on September 7th
because
against
the perception,
Cincinnati?
The perception, Coach, is
Now, that is a bombshell question, and I hope he gives the right answer. Don't beat around the bush with this one, Kevin. Give us what we need, bro, because don't sit around and say we all in the same room. No, There's one quarterback. There's one QB1. All the rest are backups. Tell the truth. Tell the truth, player. Tell the truth, dog.
That it would take a lot for a rookie to come in and beat out Joe Flacco or even Kenny, who have played in NFL games.
Yeah, for me and for us, we're not even there yet. For us, it's really we're worried about OTA number one, worried about Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday of next week. If you're on our roster, you're competing for a role. And the guys have heard that from me, and it's the truth. We don't have to set the roster till late August. We don't have to set a depth chart. We have to get the football team ready to play, certainly, but you're competing for a role in what you do. So I would hope every player on our team, quarterback or otherwise, is competing for a
Is
role.
Pickett first up?
We'll see. Yeah, Tony will
Wednesday.
be there Tuesday.
Tony will be there Wednesday.
Those
Tom,
thumbs,
will you be?
thumbs.
Hold on. What time Wednesday? Are you going to call in? Are you going to do Instagram? What are you going to do? We got to know. It's such a big
Tony,
social
those
media.
those thumbs are going to be working
I
overtime.
have the slowest thumbs out there. That's my problem.
Yeah,
But can you tell Riz that you guys do chart every pass?
We
You
do.
just said it.
Yeah, and I'm talking an individual
Right.
in the plays that you see, the plays that we're doing off to the side. So we're taking in all this information with them. Of course, yes. Could Kenny get the first reps? Yeah, sure. Joe could get him. One of the rookies can get him, but we're not breathlessly worried so much about how that order comes off. It is really a constant evaluation in everything these players do.
Kevin, the other thing that plays into this is Shedeur. And as Tony says, Tony says he's famous for being famous. There's a story about Shedeur in the New York Post this morning. I mean, he was a 5th-round draft pick. You worked with Brett Favre in Minnesota. Does that affect anything in the building when you have a player as popular as he is right now, and the way he was acquired and the fall during the draft day and everything? Can you tell us, has he come to work like just about every other rookie?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Shedeur is a great kid, and you're right. There's certainly whether it's a following that he's earned. I mean, that's something that he's done a great job of interacting with fans. And but he is a great kid. You guys will get to know him more. He's working like crazy, just like all the guys. He's another young man. These rookies, my office is downstairs. As they got to walk by my office as they come in. They come in early. And Shedeur, just like all those guys, he's in there early. He's getting his work done. So he's working really, really hard. I like everything there is about Shedeur.
And then Dylan has to be the guy who's not really famous, who a lot of people didn't remember from college, although he had a great career and all that. Shedeur said everybody's getting along, that everybody's kind of one. Have the veterans and rookies in that room taken to each other?
It's been awesome. We got 5 guys in there that are really supporting each other. This is high. Well, maybe I hope it's high-level football when you're talking about having Joe and Kenny and Deshaun and Bill Musgrave and Tommy Reese, and we're covering a lot of ball, a lot of situational football.
It's definitely high-level football, bro. High level on so many levels, bro.
And Joe can tell stories about his practices back in, the day in Baltimore and give great example to these young players. And the young guys, as you can imagine, are very quiet and are soaking it all up. And then we have extra meeting time then with the rookies where it's just them in the room. But it's been a fun few weeks in that room covering a lot of ball. There's, as you guys know, and with that position, there's just so much that goes into it. And for young players, I mean, it's as simple as there's some rules that are different in the college game. So there's a lot to cover. There's a lot of ground to cover with the young guys, and they get to sit in a room with some high level players that see the game at an extremely high level. And look at Kenny's in there talking about what the Super Bowl champs just did the year before. So it's great perspective for those young players.
So you said you're not like breathlessly, worried about the order now.
Yeah.
So at which point are you? Is it the Philadelphia week where you want to know who your starter is?
Yeah, I think you get into training camp and obviously you're getting the team ready for week 1, those preseason games. So at Carolina, at Philly, and then home against the Rams, those are all part of the evaluation for all of our players and certainly the quarterback position. So we really are focused mostly right now, Tony, on the next practices, the OTAs, the mini camps. We'll have a plan once we get into training camp, but that plan will be informed by the next month or so.
Kevin,
So, guys, it looked like he's definitely shying away from who's going to be the starter come week 1. But this was a very interesting interview. Y'all noticed I was all into that one. But get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this. I have it pinned in the comment section, or you guys can type it in on ESPNCleveland.com. Check out the interview in its entirety. Give those guys a sub. But like always, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out.
We coming. You should have seen by now. Coming. Yeah, they talking about it. We coming. They doubting us. But we coming. They saying. We coming. They think it's a game. We coming. I don't give a damn what they say. You best believe. We coming.